Hello, this is HBM's Crypto-Corner. A day late. It's Thursday, January 14th, 2016. We've got a lot of stuff, a lot of exciting stuff to talk about, so let's get started. I recently came across an article that actually was created on November 23rd, 2014, a little over a year ago, but I'm just now seeing it. It's from an author named Yukon Jack, apparently. The article asks the question, what really happened on October 20th, 1967? And it's just asking about the Patterson-Gimlin film, the circumstances surrounding it, how those two got so darn lucky to actually come across a Sasquatch and film it. The author of the article references a PDF that was released a few years ago and is on the Relic Hominoid Inquiry, called The Patterson-Gimlin Film, What Makes a Hoax Absolutely Genuine, written by Barry Keith, Idaho Falls, Idaho, which is an excellent series of PDFs. In fact, I have read them here on this channel, so I would recommend checking those out for further reference. A recent Bigfoot campfire story that has just been released is about a woman encountering a Bigfoot pouncing on a snake. Now, I can't help but be reminded of an episode of We Bare Bears. There's a character on there named Charlie. He's a Bigfoot, and there's an episode where he befriends a snake. So I can't help but think of that episode of We Bare Bears. I think it's pretty funny. Although this Bigfoot appears to be pouncing on the snake. Whether it was poisonous or not, who knows? Maybe the Bigfoot was trying to protect itself and perhaps nearby campers. Perhaps the witness herself. The next three posts are going to sort of highlight three researchers on YouTube. One of them is my good friend John Redshaw. He has several interesting videos, which I think are pretty fascinating, and anybody who knows John and speaks with him on a regular basis knows even he will not call what he has Sasquatch. Even he doesn't know what he has. But he still has released some very, very intriguing videos, that's for certain. So I recommend checking them out. And speaking of the Patterson-Gimlin film, Bill Munns, who I feel is the foremost researcher into that particular nearly 50-year-old piece of footage, is the authority on the Patterson-Gimlin film, the current authority. I would recommend checking out his YouTube channel as well. Also his websites, themunnsreport.com and whenrogermetpatty.com. Finally, Road 1555. That's actually T.A. Wilson, author of the book In Pursuit of a Legend, 72 Days in Bigfoot Country. Excellent book, and he's written a follow-up called Bigfoot in Evolutionary Perspective, which I'm currently in the process of reading and truly enjoying. There's some really good stuff in that particular book. But he actually shot a three-part documentary called Bigfoot and the Rebel, which utilizes a little bit of animation to showcase exactly what the author saw. So another channel that I would check out. There's only three. Those are the only three videos that are on that channel, but it's really good stuff. And he goes beyond just his encounter in the videos and in his new book. He talks about Bigfoot's place in the evolutionary paradigm. Where does it fit in? What do we know about them? Really fascinating stuff, I have to say. For those of you who want to be like Finding Bigfoot, there's a new product coming out on the market. A pocket-sized camera that can see the length of a football field in the dark. It's called the Scout TK. It'll be released later this year, with a price tag of $599. But it looks as if it's going to be a very revolutionary product. But then what do you expect from a company like FLIR, which has produced all kinds of thermal imagers and night vision scopes and things of that nature for many years? I plan on getting this product myself, by the way. Looks really great. A Central Coast paleontologist wrote a very interesting article over 4 years ago called Legend of the Hairy Man, in which he discusses what he thinks of Sasquatch and other cryptozoology. And he kind of falls into the category of he's open-minded about it, but he would have to see some evidence to actually say, yes, there is a Sasquatch, and that they do exist. Which is a good, open-minded, what you might call attitude, if you ask me. The DVD for Something in the Woods has now been released. I managed to get my copy the other day. And this is a really good review by, I believe, Thomas Markham at thecryptocrew.com. It's a very, very fair review, and I essentially agree with the review. I agree with this review. It's a great review of a great Bigfoot movie. The nice thing about Something in the Woods is it's a movie you can watch with the family, not have to worry about swear words, not too many swear words anyway, or excessive violence or sexual content or anything like that. It's just a good, wholesome monster movie. It really is. My only gripe with the DVD is there's no special features. There's no behind-the-scenes stuff. I really wanted to know how they made the movie, how they made the costume for the Sasquatch. I wanted to see all that. I wanted to see all those little details. I feel like we were cheated out of all that. I mean, but it's only a minor gripe. I would love to see if an expanded edition of the DVD released, that they do release some special features on the DVD. But I do recommend it. It's a highly recommended purchase. So there's a link on this review to order the DVD. So I still recommend getting the DVD anyway, even without the special features. A recent tooth study may give us clues into the fate of an alleged Bigfoot ancestor, that being Gigantopithecus. According to some studies that have been done, the large primates only lived in the forest and obtained their food from this habitat. And Gigantopithecus was an exclusive vegetarian but did not specialize on bamboo. Well, that's really interesting. You know, of course, we all know there's only a few examples of remains of Gigantopithecus. There's only a few thousand teeth and 8 jawbones? That's about it. Nobody's been able to find any other kinds of bones for these creatures. If this is what Sasquatch is, then we still have a little bit of questions about both Gigantopithecus and Sasquatch. You know, what are these things? Although I think this article, it does shed a little bit more light on it. So, you know, I highly commend the scientists who researched this and looked into it. I think it adds more to our knowledge base, not just of Sasquatch, but of unknown hominids and hominoids as well. Out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, there's an article and a video about members of the NAWAC, that's the North American Wood Ape Conservancy, and their quest to find Sasquatch in the Washita Mountains of southeastern Oklahoma. Really fascinating story about encounters and the research that the NAWAC is doing in a place called Area X. And the story features Daryl Collier and Alton Higgins of the NAWAC, originally of the Texas Bigfoot Research Center and Conservancy, later the Conservancy. So really great stuff. And also there's a link to the, what do they call it? The paper, the Washita Project paper. We'll just call it paper, which was released on woodape.org. So good stuff. Finally, as I told you a few days ago, the show Finding Bigfoot is here in Mississippi, and they held a town hall meeting in Jackson a couple of nights ago. I was not able to attend, unfortunately, but there are several news stories about it, several videos apparently about it, so looks like it was a good turnout. There were a few eyewitness accounts that were shared at the meeting. And from what I understand, that particular episode of Bigfoot in the Magnolia State will air in the month of May. So it'll be just a few months from now. I wonder if it'll air before or after the Ohio Bigfoot Conference. Not really sure, but it's going to be great either way. And that's it for this week's HBM's Crypto Corner. We're very thankful for you guys tuning in. And if you haven't done so already, head on over to Facebook and put a like on my Southeast Sasquatch Association page. I got a lot of the latest news on that page on Sasquatch and some good stuff. And I'm going to probably try and put all the links that I'm using in this story on that page. So, I apologize for this being a day late. But hey, better late than never. So, until next week, y'all be good.